This is a well-detailed tutorial on how to make this beautiful bubu dress with Ashoke V design. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'll be giving a detailed tutorial on this. Stay tuned and watch to the end. So we'll be using Ashoke and this Mikado fabric, and this is a 3/8 Mikado fabric. So the first thing I had to do was to fold it into 2, after which I went ahead to fold it into 4. So I was just trying to know the large measurement, divide by 4, so I can know my folding. So after that, the first thing I went ahead to do was to draw out my start line. So I'm using the full length of this Ashoke. So I went ahead to take the client's shoulder measurement, which is 7.5 inches. Then the sleeve, I went ahead to use 10 inches because I'll be adding Ashoke at the end of the sleeve. So the Ashoke is 3 inches because I'll fold and cut into 2. So that's going to be 13 inches for the sleeve. So I'll give a slant. I came down by 1.5 for the shoulder slant. The next thing I went ahead to do was to take my shoulder to bust measurements, which is 10, and I went ahead to roll out a straight line. After which I went to the shoulder to take the neck measurement. I'm going to take 3 inches. Then for the depth, I came down by 1.5. We are going to cut the back first before we cut the front. So I'll just go ahead and give it a curve for the back. I actually folded the back and the front, but we're going to do that first. Still on that same line, I came down by 7.5 for the front, but I'm not going to cut them together. I'll show you how I'm going to cut it. So I just connected from the 3 inches width of the shoulder down to the 7.5 for the neck. You can make it 8 depending on how you want your neck to be open for the front. So I'll just connect the 1.5. I came down from the sleeve to the neck exactly to where the 3 inches stops. So for the opening of the armhole, I'm going to come down by 12 inches. So I'm not using the exact shoulder to bust measurement because I don't want it to be tight at that area. So I came down by 12 inches and I'll just roll a straight line there. So that's where my armhole is going to start from. The next thing is to get our round body measurement. And how you're going to get that, you're going to take the highest number of your body measurements. For this client is the hip, and the hip is 40 divided by 4 gave us 10. So I added extra 4 inches to make it 14. Because it's a bubu dress. So that's the 14 inches I just marked there. Because I'm going to have an extra 3 inches for the sleeve, I just ended my row there. You can see what I did. I'm going to have 3 inches for the Ashoke rather. That's the mark I just gave. So this is where my curve started from for the armhole. So I'll go ahead and measure 14 inches from that particular place down to the end of the gown. That's the length of the gown. Mind you, this is a length 58, and so I'll just connect the line to meet the end. So for this armhole, it's not difficult. Just follow due process how I did it, then you're going to get it. So I was just trying to take the length of the gown, which is 58. I just wanted it to be accurate. Then I went ahead to cut it out. Guys, please do want to subscribe to this channel, like our videos, and tell us what tutorial you want us to create for you, and we'll definitely do that. So I was just trying to give the wrong side, like give a mark to differentiate the right and the wrong side. So I removed the back from the actual folded fabric so I can cut the neck. I thought I wasn't going to cut it together, so I'm just cutting the neck out from here. I was done cutting it at this point, and this is how it was looking like. So the next thing I went ahead to do was to cut a lining for the, like an interfacing for the back and the front. So I'm going to interface it, like turn it to the wrong side before adding my Ashoke for the front. So this is for the back. Cutting and interfacing is not pretty hard. So all you need to do is to have a fabric, place the neckline on it, and then trace it out. So this is for the back neckline. So I just went ahead to cut it out. So when I was done cutting it out, this is how I'm going to place it, sew it, then iron. So this is what I'm doing here. So I'll just go ahead and place right side facing each other, then stitch it down, turn it, and give it a good press. So I'll go ahead and do the front. The interfacing for the front is a V neckline. There are different ways to go about this since we're adding Ashoke, but this is the preferred way I will want to go around it because it actually came out better. So I went ahead to cut out the interface for the front, and I'll definitely show you guys how I'm going to fix it. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it out, then I just give a final touch on the interface. This is how it's looking like, and this I'm cutting it. So I just want you guys to have a detailed tutorial, a detailed teaching on this. So this is the v-neck, and I'll do likewise the front side, right side facing each other. Then I'll stitch it down, turn it, and give a good press. So this was when I was done doing that, and I also went ahead to use my M gun to do a finishing touch. And this is the back. It's looking so fine and neat. So guys, the Ashoke, there are different kind of Ashoke. You can actually use 2-line. That's how they sell it, 2-line, to get this, or you buy a bundle. So you can see the way I folded the Ashoke into 2. Then just pay close attention to what I'm doing, because I literally did this. It took time for me to get this actual, and it's easier for me though. So just take a little patience to fold it, pin it. See the way the neck is together with the Ashoke. The Ashoke is just folded into 2, so you pin together, and this is how it's looking like. Then the next thing you do, just take 1/2 inch from the side for stitching, because we're going to cut it out and stitch it together. So when you are trying to do this, it can be very difficult, or the Ashoke might be folding or something. Just take your time, pin, repin, and you definitely get it, because it's not hard. So this was when I was trying to cut the upper parts of the Ashoke. Just 2-line of Ashoke is enough for you to do this neckline and the hand. So I went ahead to remove the pin. Then I went to my sewing machine to stitch from there down to the end. And when I was done stitching, this is how it was looking like. So I literally opened it and gave it a good press, add water and iron. Then there was some excess from that ending, that's the bottom. I cut it out. So the next stage is to place it on your fabric. It can still be difficult, or like forming stubborn, those kind of thing, when the fabric is folding and all of that. But then again, just have a little more patience to do this. It will definitely come out well. So your pins are very, very important. So just apply them, pin the necessary places, then you go ahead to sew them. You can see I pinned everywhere, so that while sewing it will be very easy for me to do that. So while I was done pinning, I went ahead to my sewing machine to sew them, and I'll show you once I was done doing it. So this was when I was done sewing it. I just went ahead to cut out the thread that was showing. So after cutting it, this is how it was looking like. So good and perfect. So guys, the next thing I went ahead to do was to join the back and the front. So right side facing each other, you go ahead to join the shoulder. That should be the first thing you're going to do, with 1/2 inch. So go ahead and join it, after which this is how it came out. I would definitely iron. Ironing is very, very important when sewing, especially this Mikado fabric is very strong, and you just have to press it. So I went ahead to iron it, and this is the outcome. The next thing I went ahead to do was to take the width measurement for the sleeve, and after that I brought my Ashoke to measure it, and there was a little bit of excess, so I went ahead to cut it out. After which, this is the full Ashoke, so I'm folding it into 2, then I'm using 1/2 for each side. So after folding into 2, I went ahead to cut it out. After I was done cutting it out, I'll be using one side for the sleeve, one for the right sleeve and the other one for the left sleeve. So it's not difficult, you just have to sew it, and this is the outcome. So I went ahead to iron, and I'm going to do an interlock, that is weaving every part of this outfit for a good finishing. So I went ahead to join the side with 1 inch. I used 1 inch to join the side. Mind you, I'm not joining to the end of the length of the gown. So for my folding, I'll be coming up by 2 inches. That's what I just did there. Then I just wanted to know the length of my slit for the side slit. So I used 18, or you can use 20, depending on how open you want your slits to be. So I used 18 for my side slit. So guys, this is the outcome after joining, ironing, and it's looking so pretty. You can see some water stain on it because I was just done ironing it. So guys, thank you very much for watching and staying tuned. Please subscribe, I really do appreciate. See you in our next video.